When we talk about UpGroup and you see the statement, and that truly what I believe is, anybody looking at this for the first time at UpGroup, I believe they're going to create so much momentum, again, because it's documented success. And it's creating a platform that's universal to leverage time, maximize income, but most importantly, capitalize on all the major shifts of wealth that are taking place. So when you look at that statement, it says, we are the opportunity. So with UpGroup, owned and operated in the U.S., headquartered in Houston, Texas, but it's a global opportunity. The management team, as I mentioned, 2 different affiliate companies, over 100,000, tremendous track record. In the network marketing side, I had over 500,000 distributors. The marketing platform, I will challenge, is going to be second to none. And that's really the key. And I'm going to share with you some of the competitive advantages that UpGroup really has and that you'll have as an UpGroup agent. And there's multiple, as we said, I keep talking about multiple wealth trends. Income disclaimer, I don't need to go through this, you can read it. It really is just saying that obviously, there's no guarantees in business. As a business owner, you're in business for yourself and not by yourself with UpGroup. We certainly create a great platform for you, but it's obviously up to you to create your success. Warren Buffett, the best investor by many of all time, says if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So what UpGroup, what we want to do is we want to show you how to make money while you're sleeping, generating income 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So here's a little kind of just flyby of what UpGroup is putting together. Up Finance, Up Wellness, Up Health, Up Tech, Up Travel, our Accelerator, which is an online training platform, capitalizing on all these different verticals. And I'm going to share with you, some of these verticals and just how large they are. And it's, real simple. When you look at UpGroup, again, it's to be in the platform to capitalize on all this, but it's focus, simplify, and automate the process. So here's Up Health. This is just the tip of the iceberg, but Up Health is partnered with Carefree Now. And Carefree Now is a free app for patients. And what I want you to think about, I know everybody's probably heard of Credit Karma or Credit Sesame. What I want you to think about Carefree Now, it's the Credit Karma of the medical industry. So the app is being released. This platform is the first and only patient self-service electronic health record system of its kind that we know of. We don't know of another one. There's genetic testing, which is part of Carefree Now. It's called CGX and PGX. What this is it's cancer screening. Think of it like 21 or 23andMe, where they can test, where you're from, or what your ancestry is, or ancestry.com. There's reimbursements and there's awareness for genetic testing, which most of us don't realize or haven't realized, and our doctors maybe haven't shared it with us. But there is reimbursements, and there's no cost out of pocket to patients for a lot of services that are available to us that we don't know. And one of them being CGX, which is a cancer screening test. So if anybody's ever had anybody in their family or they themselves have had cancer, you can qualify, if you have the right insurance, for this cancer screening test, which is just a saliva swab. We send it into our labs. The labs then will send out the information over to Medicare to be reimbursed. And a teledoc will call you and let you know, first of all, walk you through the process, your patient through the process, exactly what to expect and answer any questions, recommend the test for you, and then they'll call you back with your results and walk you through the results. Now, here's what's powerful about this. With technology and research, we can all be socially responsible. And I know cancer's probably affected every single person on this webinar. It's affected most people in the world. And it's a way that, we can create a movement here of awareness to, one, help collect more data. So there's more research. They're doing this genetic testing because if we can catch cancer early enough, there's a better chance of survival. It's tremendous. So there's a better chance of survival for cancer if it's caught early. One of my good friends was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. By the grace of God, he's right now cancer-free, and let's hope that he stays that way. But he's gone through extensive and invasive surgeries, 9 surgeries so far. But again, gracefully and thankfully, he is cancer-free. but if it would have been caught, probably 6 months earlier, he may have not had surgery at all, maybe had alternative treatments. So this is something that, we obviously all can be very, very passionate about. So anybody that, again, that would qualify, and all they simply do is you send them a referral link, they go to carefreenow.com, they can sign up as a free patient, they can register, and that patient is always going to be registered to you. And this industry, as you can see the top statistic there, is growing to over $22 billion over the next 5 years. So again, that's where we talk about shifts of wealth taking place. This is an emerging wealth trend. It's genetic testing. And then PGX goes along the lines of prescription medications. Over 60% of medications are not effective, meaning the person is not responding. But sometimes what doctors do is they just prescribe you what the latest or the greatest or the easiest path or form of prescription is. But what we're finding out, or what they're finding out through all these tests, is that 60% of the prescriptions that are being taken are not being effective for the patient. So that way they're looking for alternative treatments. So again, there's reimbursements for that as well. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's all different types of services that we'll offer through Carefree Now. Once that app's in somebody's hand, we'll push out notifications, letting the patients know of a new program or new service or anti-aging that may be available to them, weight loss, hormone replacement therapy, maybe stem cells instead of knee replacements. This is what's going to happen with Carefree Now. So again, visually, I want you to think with Carefree Now, it is the Credit Karma for the medical industry. There will be tens of millions of patients that will be logged onto Carefree Now. And this is just in the stages of getting launched, and you have an opportunity to be at the ground floor stages of it. Imagine if you had, been with Credit Karma, not knowing how big it was going to be, and you maybe were in a position to get an override of every time somebody accessed Credit Karma or accessed their credit report. Credit Karma today is over a $4 billion company. Up Wellness. Today we've started with metabolic design, which is again another vertical, which we plan on this vertical metabolic design, which is a brilliant name. If you see it highlighted, MD CBD. And if you're not familiar with CBD, it's cannabidiol. CBD is exploding on the market today. More and more people are seeing the medical benefits of CBD oil. Why? Because it's an alternative to prescription medications. I like to say plants over pills. I can tell you my own personal testimonial here. This industry, again, another $22 billion industry over the next 3 years. The medical marijuana industry is going to be over $100 billion. The CBD portion, which is not the marijuana, it's the hemp side, will be $22 billion. Everything's third-party tested. But I'll tell you, my father, he just had a birthday, God bless him. He's 68 years old today. And he has probably gone through about 6, 7 neck and back surgeries. And the man just looks beat up. He looks tired. He is literally taking about 8 Vicodins per day, painkillers, because that's the only way he can subsidize the pain in his knee and his back and neck. So he's pretty much just medicating himself to sleep all day. So I gave him metabolic design about 2 months ago, and we started testing out. And I said, listen, Dad, and he's very skeptical. He's a very skeptical person by nature. He's one of those blue-collar, old-fashioned guys. And I said, Dad, listen, don't worry about it. It's not going to give you immediate results, right? But just take this tincture. And I gave him 1,000 milligrams. It wasn't the 500, it was 1,000 with THC. And I said, it's called full spectrum. I said, take this dropper. And I said, I want you to take 3 full droppers a day. Now, the normal person that maybe doesn't have pain would just take 1 a day, because that's like the sweet spot, 30 to 50 milligrams of CBD a day. But my dad's in chronic pain, so I told him to take 3 droppers a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 at night. So he was taking about 100 milligrams of CBD. Now, I didn't see my dad for about a month, and I seen him at my daughter's 16th birthday party, and he says to me, he comes over, he goes, Jay, that CBD that he didn't see a CBD. He goes, that oil you gave me, it really seems to be working. And I go, really? I go, and I didn't expect that from him. I personally didn't even think he was taking it. So he goes, yeah. He goes, I've been taking it like you said. And he goes, I'm down to 2 pills a day from 8. And he goes, I'm just taking that CBD like you told me 3 times a day. I go, really? I go, that's amazing. So now he's only taking 2 Vicodins a day. He looked like he had a little bit more energy. He wasn't so tired. So, that's just a personal testament of many, many testimonials that if you just Google CBD and anything online, any ailment, any CBD and pain, CBD and anxiety, CBD and insomnia, CBD and sugar, diabetes, doesn't matter what you want to do, CBD and cancer. You just Google CBD, anything you want, and you'll see mounds and mounds and mounds of testimonials about CBD. So knowing where this is going, so super excited. And again, knowing the benefits that we're bringing to people through CBD with Metabolic Design. You can go to metabolicdesign.com and look at some of the products that are there. There's pain creams, salves, tinctures, different varieties and different dosages. And then you have an opportunity to capitalize on this shift of wealth. And again, that's just the beginning of Up Wellness. I see there'll be ketones and anything where supplements that make sense for Up Wellness, UpGroup will be marketing through this vertical. Up Financial. Here's another vertical for UpGroup where Up Financial, we all know as adults that credit obviously does matter. And just 10 points being added to your credit score can increase your capital that's available to you by $3,200. Just 10 extra points. But here's the thing. You look at that second line. Over 62 million Americans have a 601 credit score or less. 62 million. So you think there's an opportunity there? Tremendous opportunity. And people want to fix their credit. Everybody runs into financial hardships, whatever it may be. They go through this financial roller coaster in life. Maybe it's an opportunity. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's real estate. Who knows what it may be. But, life gives us our ups and downs. Credit may suffer. Some of the most successful people you may know today, doctors, lawyers, could have some of the worst credits because maybe they're bad at paying bills. So what we have with Up Financial is we have a credit restoration program. We have a do-it-yourself program that's available for monthly fees and shows you exactly how to get results and how to restore your credit. And then we also have a done for you that'll be coming online soon, which we call the white glove credit restoration system, because a lot of people just want somebody else to do it for them, and they're willing to pay maybe $89 or $99 a month for that. Then in addition to that, we'll have identity theft and a bunch of other protection that's available through Up Financial. So another very exciting segment or vertical that's available through UpGroup. You think about what we do every day. Every day, what do? We're on social media. We're sharing something. We do something. We find something that saves money. We find something that makes money. We want to tell our friends and family about it. We go to a good restaurant. We tell somebody, but the restaurant doesn't give you a referral fee or a referral check. So we're doing this every day anyways. We're talking about coffee. We're talking about movies. We're talking about restaurants. So naturally, that's what we are. We're social, and we're more social today, and the world's more socially acceptable as looking for social acceptance. So now through UpGroup, we get paid, to be social. So all we have to do with UpGroup is share the opportunities that we're participating in, whether it be free services, as I just mentioned, where people can actually get a no cost out of pocket to get genetic testing, letting people know about CBD oil and all the testimonials and benefits they see, letting people know about, hey, there's ways that you can repair your credit and you can do it in a rapid way, or any of the other services that UpGroup will be participating in, and you have that opportunity through this platform. So now here's where, to me, the rubber meets the road with UpGroup. See, my background is over 20 years in the direct sales and network marketing world. I always dabbled in affiliate marketing and tried to do things online, and I've probably spent more than most. I bet I've probably wasted well over 6 figures in trying to understand how to do Facebook ads and Google ads and all these different things, and hiring people to do creatives and campaigns and all this stuff. And, it becomes very frustrating because I'm very good at, direct marketing, belly to belly, front of the room. That's just been my forte. And I know a lot of network marketers that do that. But then you got the other side of the world. You got the Kevin Okawanas that are, and the Rodney Burtons that are very brilliant at doing online marketing. They're social influencers. And it's a different world for network marketers. So there's billions of dollars being spent on social media and the internet, targeting customers, retargeting campaigns. You ever notice when you go to a store and you're looking for something like Lamps Plus, or you're looking at something at Home Depot, and next time, every time you go on your Facebook, that same item keeps popping up in front of you. Even though you already purchased it, they're still retargeting you. So it's like they're just constantly following you around. That's a retarget. So what Kevin and the team with Atesh have done is they've built a done-for-you marketing system. So for affiliate marketers, you get that, and you understand it and know how to go out there and drive that. For network marketers, we don't, but we want it done for us. So you can capitalize on everything I'm sharing with you with UpGroup, these emerging trends where it's done for you. And that's what I'm gonna get into how simple this whole entire compensation and commission plan is, and then I'm gonna share with you what Kevin has done and the ability that you have with Kevin being at your fingertips, which I personally believe he's the #1 online marketer and sales converter in the world. And when he focuses and hones his craft that he has, there's nobody better than Kevin Okawana. How do I know that? Well, you can talk about a guy that lives in Japan and he makes most of his money from the United States online. So he knows what he's doing. He's an expert, very, very highly qualified. Not just that, he's documented. Again, I don't know what the numbers are, but I know currently one of their platforms that they have, which is Block Commerce, which is basically a Shopify, but global, has done over $4 billion. And yes, that's billion with a B, $4 billion in transactions, and it's just getting started. So these guys know what they're doing. They're experts, and you get to have the experts go to work for you, and I'm going to share with you that, exactly how that happens. So as an agent of UpGroup, you actually will receive 25 to 50% of any commissions that you would personally direct. So any customers you would acquire, you're going to receive between 25 and 50% direct commissions, and those commissions are paid daily. As those commissions come in, they're released and paid daily. Now, what determines 25 or 50%? It's just what it is. It determines what vertical it is. Some verticals are 50%, some are 25%. But again, very exciting. Most network marketing companies that I know, like your top commission is like 10% on a personal sale, and most of the rest is paid through the through the upline. So it's exciting to see 25 to 50% for people that are great at generating customers. And I'm going to give you some examples here. I call this the power of one, and I'm going to do one just with generic numbers, and then I'm going to do one with the Carefree Now numbers on CGX and PGX, and just show you just the magnitude of this opportunity. So I call this the power of one, and this is an example for 1 year. And I'll move my mouse around here. Let me see if I can actually, I can't see my mouse. Well, I was going to try to point. No, it's not working. All right. I'll just talk about it. So what I'll tell you is that one customer, if you had one customer, just on average, let's say the customer is worth $50 to you. Again, some customers may be worth $1,000. Some customers may be worth $5. Let's just say on average it's $50. So one customer would be $50 for the month. If you had one customer per month at the end of a year, that would be 12 customers times 50 or $600. One customer per week. If you were able to get one customer a week, that means you'd have 52 customers that you personally acquired times that average $50. That's $2,600. And at the end of a year, obviously, if that was residual, let's say you're getting that $50 every month on that customer, that's $2,600 per month if none of those customers fell off the system. So at the end of 1 year, your 13th month, your residual income will be $2,600 a month. Well, if you got one customer per day, and again, many of us can do that. It's just a spare time, part-time. Some people are full board, but even spare time. If your effort was just to get one customer a day at $50, that's 365 customers times $50. That's $18,250. Not bad, but again, that's spare time. What I want you to think about on this slide here before I move on, think about how many people you know that are out there driving Uber. And I'll tell you what, go on YouTube. You can pull up a video. It's very comical of a guy that says, look, I want to do a day in the life of Uber. And he worked 10 hours driving Uber. And I think at the end result, After all of his expenses, he was making about $2.75 an hour. And think about how many people are doing Uber where they could use an opportunity. So again, leveraging your time, that was on your own efforts. But if you want to maximize your income, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. So if we can leverage ourselves to the efforts of others, well, that's how we can obviously create real financial independence and wealth. So you build a business, example here, 5 agents. If you personally enrolled 5 agents into the UpGroup platform and they went out and got 1 customer per month, that would be 5 times 12, that's 60 customers, 1 customer per week, you'd have 260 customers. And if they did 1 customer per day, just like you taught, that'd be 1,825 customers. And again, what did you do? All you did was enroll 5 agents and you taught them how to get 1 customer a day. So again, I just want to show you the power of leverage, and these individuals, these agents have the same opportunity as you. Now, anybody that you would personally sponsor, we call that your first floor or first level, depending on what your reference is. Now, once you have 3 agents and you attend a little training, we promote you to manager. This is a simple plan. You promote the manager. Once you're a manager, here's what happens. You actually now qualify for what we call a 10% check match or 10% manager bonus. This bonus is on your first, second, third, and fourth floor of your business. You're managing 4 floors. I want you to think of a corporation or a company. If you personally went out and enrolled 2 agents, and those 2 agents, let's say they got 1 customer per month, that's 24 customers at $50. Your agents would earn $1,200. You would get a check match of 10% or $120. Not bad, not a lot of money, but that $120, you didn't personally acquire those customers. Now, obviously, if those agents did the same thing, I just want you to see this example. If your agents enrolled 2, you'd have 4 agents on your second floor. If those 4 enrolled 2, you'd have 8. Your total, I just want you to look at the total here for a second. If you had 30 agents that each went out and got 1 customer a month, that's 360 customers. Your monthly income for you, just on your check match and your personal income, is $2,400. Now, again, not doing a whole lot. It's 30 agents. That's all you have in your entire team. And again, we're only talking about a $50 commission. When I get into Carefree now, you're going to see the numbers, and the numbers get very exciting. The possibilities, this is if we're talking about 1 customer per week. At 1 customer per week, those same 30 agents, you're now on your check match is $10,400 for the month. That's if you're getting 1 a week. So that means, again, each one of your agents is only producing 4 customers a month. Well, I always call it the law of large numbers. They'll never fail you. And these 2 words, I've lived by them. 2 words can make you a multimillionaire. Some will. Some will be customers of UpGroup, some will be agents. But if we just live by those 2 words, look what happens if you went out and taught your agents how to get 1 customer a day. And again, I call this the power of 1. At 1 customer a day, at this simple $50 commission, nothing more, you only have 30 agents. Now, are you allowed to have more than 30 agents? Sure, you can have 30 agents personally sponsored to you. This is just 30 of 2 who got 2 who got 2. Your check match, if you just got 1 customer and tell your agents how to get 1 customer a day on a $50 direct commission, your monthly income would be over $73,000 a month in this example. Now, again, that's exciting, and it's very, very exciting, but remember, we're only talking about $50. Some of the commissions that are available to UpGroup agents, are upwards of $1,000 in direct commission. And I'm going to show you Carefree now with one of the programs that we have to offer with CGX and PGX, where that direct commission is up to $550 for each patient, and there's no out-of-pocket expense. So again, J. Paul Getty, we've known, 1% of 100 people's efforts and 100% of my own. The key, obviously, having a duplicatable training system, having sales funnels, video sales letters, and a lot of it done for you. And that's what Kevin does. He's basically built out these funnels for UpGroup, for metabolic design, for CBD, for Carefree. That one, you could either participate and you can go do your own marketing, or Kevin does the marketing for you. And that, to me, is where the real value is. When you basically have the opportunity to hire the #1 sales marketer in the world, Kevin Okawana, and he goes to work for you, and he does co-ops. The marketing funnels, targeting the right audience. And here's what I like to say, it's point, click, and share. That's how simple this system is. You point, you click, and you share, whether it's through Facebook, share through a direct text message, share through an email. You just share the information and let the funnel do the work for you. Whether you're looking for patients, people want to restore credit, they're looking to lose weight, they're looking for wellness, health, whatever it may be. The executive rewards include cash bonuses, annual vacation, and constantly doing things where we work together, where you're in business for yourself and not by yourself. The training and support, you'll see the training that Kevin gives, and Rodney can attest to it. The training that Rodney does, second to none. I just truly believe Kevin utterly enjoys being in front of his computer and having all these students online learning from him. But I love just putting them on so they can learn from him. He actually can do the work for them and show results. So tremendous advantages, your own website, conferences, video conferences, there'll be national events and showcasing the success. There's Kevin Okawana there on the right. Looks a little sleepy there. It's probably not the best picture of him. But these are the things that he does. The back office is incredible. And I can tell you, you got some guys that truly are never satisfied. And what I mean by that, they're always looking to get better. They always want to make things more dynamic. They want to help you have more success. And I can't say that about most people. So when you get started with UpGroup, it's $39. It's actually free to start as an agent. You can take a tour, go through it. I'd encourage everybody online, since it's free, go ahead and get started. You can upgrade your membership to Pro for $39 a month. That gives you access to all the funnels that Kevin's built, and then you can go out and utilize them. Or for $99, the Elite membership, you're basically hiring Kevin to participate in co-ops. He's managing the traffic. He's basically sending so many clicks to your personal funnels so that he's helping you build your business. So to me, it's like, are you really serious about building a business? Well, look at all these wealth trends that are in front of you right here with UpGroup, and you can hire the #1 sales marketer in the world. He lives in Japan and he's doing this business, and he's basically going to take you under his wing for $99 a month, not to teach you, to do it for you. Big difference. In addition to what you're going to do yourself. So with UpGroup, he says, to me, again, we are the opportunity, lifting people up to live a more prosperous life. So as I mentioned to you, I was going to share with you a little bit bigger numbers. I know, Rodney likes to attract the leaders that like to see the big money. Sometimes when I'm talking to the masses, I could scare people with these numbers, but these are the real numbers. And I'm going to share something with you. As I share these numbers with you, I can tell you, many people are truly blown away when they see really what's available here.
Hey Jason, hold on. Before you show them these numbers, let me get some of these guys prepared for what they are about to see. So guys, last night
I was just showing you my screen. I go, Rodney, have you seen this? And you're like, whoa, hold up, go back, go down. He's like, yeah, that's what everybody needs to see.
Yeah.
So I spent some time last night. We were chatting on Skype. But I'm going to take you guys through this comp plan and really how powerful it is when you look at, these CGX and PGX here. And I'm going to give you a little bit of vision of just how powerful it is. So our cancer screening is $350. The marketing contribution that's paid back to an UpGroup representative or an UpGroup agent for every CGX swab that a patient would do that qualifies. PGX is the phonogenetic screening. I'm probably not pronouncing it exactly right. These are really big words for me, but that's $200. And I'll tell you, for people that qualify for CGX, I believe it's 87% of them also qualify for PGX. So I'm going to talk in terms, when I go through this, of $550, as it's a combo that they qualified for both. And again, everything is driven by the Carefree Now system. All you have to do is send people there with your link. Your goal is to send as many free patients as you want to register. Anytime that they qualify or that they do any program through Carefree Now, you're going to get paid. Because again, we're creating awareness. So it's CGX and PGX. Now here's the numbers. On your personal patients, now when you see here it says for a month. So this is...
Hey, Jason, you can't see your screen. We see the blonde lady.
Okay, sorry about that. Well, thank you for stopping me there. Let me stop that share. And let me go back in. How's that?
There we go.
All right. So with our marketing contribution for CGX, it's 350. For PGX, it's 200. So I'm going to talk about it in terms of 550. Because again, 80+%, 87% or so qualify for both. The marketing contribution, personal patients. So this is just you. This is, you don't recruit anybody. You have no agents on your team. This is just your efforts. By simply referring people to Carefree Now, they sign up for free as a patient. We'll then send them the app, or they can download the app. And what's powerful about that is we can send them push notifications for any program. If they haven't done the CGX or PGX, we'll tell them, hey, why don't you go through the questionnaire? And there's a questionnaire they walk through themselves, and they qualify themselves. So where it says month, and it says 30 next to month, what does that mean? That means if you went out and acquired one patient per day to do a swab, that qualified, just one. And again, think of the Uber driver when I talk about this. Even if it took you 2 hours a day to find that one patient that qualified, because you're doing it spare time, part-time, that's 30 swabs a month times $550. Your income just on your own effort for the month is $16,500 in this example. And that's you acquiring one personal patient per day. Well, if you obviously continue just to get one a day for the year, that's 365. You see there, it's over $200,000, and that's just on your effort yourself, getting one patient a day. I know you can mess it up, and what if you went out and got two patients a day? Well, that means you would double the monthly and double the annual. I'm just talking one. Again, there's no limits. So with the check match, personal at the top, you got your 30 for the month, 16,500. That's your income in purple. If you on your first floor just went out, let's just say you just sponsored one person. Let's just say you wanted to bless your best friend or your brother or sibling and said, look, I got to tell you what I'm doing. See, here's the thing. You don't have to recruit anybody in UpGroup. The plan's so lucrative, you don't have to recruit anybody. The difference is you want to recruit people, because I want to have my friends and family make money with me. I want that. I don't not want that. We all want our friends and family. Who doesn't want their best friends and their family members, their mom, sister, brother to make money with them? Just most of the programs that people have done, they've failed and they want to point the finger and blame you. So we just basically say, oh, I'm not going to tell my friends and family about it. Now here's a role reversal. You want to tell them about it. And especially when you got the power of a Kevin Okawana and you can invest into a co-op that generates you a profit. And now you say, listen, I don't need you in my business, but I want you in my business. I want you to participate and be blessed with the UpGroup. So let's say you introduce two people to your first floor, and they became your agents. They went out and did nothing more. You told them to do the same thing. They each went out and got one swab a day. That's 60 swabs for the month. They just made $33,000, $16,500 each. You receive a 10% check match on those two agents. That's $3,300 on what they just earned. Super simple. If they would have earned $300,000, you get 10%, which is $30,000. There's no cap. There's no nothing. It's a straight 10% check match. And it's very simple. That 10% is paid on floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, and floor 4. So if everybody, those two you just did the same thing, they wanted to tell two people, they knew about it. At 4 agents on your second floor that did the same thing, they went out and got one swab a day. That means those 4 agents made 66 grand. You made 10%. And so did your 2 agents make 10%. You both get paid 10%. So it's $6,600 that was paid to you. Floor 3, same thing. Floor 4, same thing. Now look at the bottom where it says total. You only, and when I say only, and I remember what I said when I started this call, and I know Rodney can share his numbers. I had over 500,000 distributors that were part of my former company. Rodney, what's the biggest organization that you've had in this industry? And I know you've had some large 6-figure organizations.
I've had at least 400,000 in my downline.
So 400,000. Now 400,000. Let's just take out 30. There's 30 total here who each go out and get one swab. That's 900 swabs for the month. Your income with all your check match and you doing your personal 30 is $66,000 for the month. 30 people.
I'll take that every day.
Now, I mean, when you really look at think of this, that's 30 people. Now, when people are making money, what do? They tell people. So how long do you think you're going to last with only having 30 people in your organization and UpGroup?
I got 30 the first day. I was excited.
There you go. I mean, and again, you don't have to recruit anybody, but you want to bless people with this opportunity. So watch what happens here. What if, I'm just sharing with you 1 month. What happens when you go to that's a little messed up. What happens when you go to 1 year? At 1 year, I showed you have $200,000. You're just getting one swab a day, the 10% check match. If everybody on your team you're only talking 30 people, 30 agents, they each went out and got their one swab a day, you're looking at $803,000. And that's one swab a day for the year.
And you know what, Jason? You know one thing that they're missing, if you don't mind me interjecting here, is yes, this is one swab a day, but what if they did other stuff like the metabolic CBD or the credit check or any of the other verticals that the company has that they're able to get paid from, and you add that to this as well, that just adds more cream to the top of the coffee.
Absolutely. And that's the thing I want to share with you. See, I wanted to give you the big picture. Can you guys see my screen here? Metabolic design. All right, so I'm on metabolic design here. You're on Carefree. Each one is their own separate vertical. So you got Carefree now, and then you got UpGroup. When somebody goes on here and they look at the products, because you send them a link, whether they go on your social media, that customer is tied to you forever. Same thing with Carefree now. And they go on here and they buy CBD oil. On metabolic design, it's 25%. So let's say you have a customer today that goes over there and they spend $200. You earn 25% of that. 25% of $200 is $50. $50, the way it fits right into this is, I want you to think right here, if it's $50, you would receive 10% check match or $5. So now what if you have $50,000 being spent on metabolic design from all your agents on your level 1, you're receiving a 10% check match or $5,000. So that 10% check match is universal. It doesn't matter if it's CBD, if it's weight loss, if it's anti-aging, if it's credit repair, financial, whatever UpGroup decides to position itself with and position you in front of, you have that opportunity as you build your team. Personally, they earn 25 to 50%. And then they get that 10% check match. So here's my game plan. My game plan is to have 1,000 personal reps that I'm going to personally sponsor, 1,000 individuals frontline, and then with those 1,000 individuals, give them the same game plan. Start to multiply those numbers. Because again, you're just doing webinars, you're creating awareness, you're enrolling people in UpGroup for free. And once they see it, you're going to say, well, how could I not be a part of this? How could I not do this? Why wouldn't I do this? Everybody I know is talking about CBD. Now I can earn 25% of somebody's CBD purchase, and I can give them a coupon. And everything we do, we're giving something out. It's called give, get. We're giving coupons away to get paid. So I'm giving you 10% off, and I get paid when you do something. I'm giving you a service that's going to fix your credit. I get paid. I'm giving you something that's going to allow you to participate in free programs by the government. I get paid. So somebody comes on here and they register. When they go on here and register, everything is tracked back to you. So it's tracked back to you. Now, here's the thing. Imagine if you had 1,000 patients that signed up for Carefree Now, and they had this app on the App Store. Those 1,000 patients, anytime something new came down the pipe with Carefree, and we're offering, let's say, I know there's going to be different programs like foot baths, and medical reimbursements, maybe it's stem cells, maybe it's CBD. And, the corporate office sends out a push notification that says, by the way, did you know that anxiety can be treated with CBD oils. 1 out of 2 people in America are suffering from anxiety today. Rather than using these drugs that are prescription drugs that are killing people, here's what we recommend is CBD oil. Here's some testimonials. And by the way, the only approved company we recommend to buy CBD oil from is Metabolic Design. And 10% of your patients purchase Metabolic Design, you get paid.
Hey, Jason, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
So are you saying, and let me be in more layman terms here for the people out there who are listening to us. So you're saying that people can share a free app that's on Apple and Android, and when they share the app, it's linked back to them, and anytime the company Carefree Now sends out a push notification, as long as we send out this app to our friends that have it on their phone and people buy, we get paid from a free app?
You got it. I don't think you can send that any better.
Come on, man. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that, man.
So imagine this, Rodney. I know what your vision is, man. I have no doubt that you're talking, I know you're 400,000 because it's free to, again, think Credit Karma. I believe that I know your vision. You'll have 10 million people over the next 3 years that are going to be part of Carefree Now.
If I get 10 million people, I'm moving to my own island.
So start thinking of the numbers. I mean, imagine just having 1,000, imagine having 10,000 patients that are on this free app, and they, 10% of them decide to purchase something new that comes out, and it's forever linked back to you. And all you need to do is be an active UpGroup agent. If you're active, you're getting paid.
Man, that's incredible.
24/7, get paid while you sleep. So, Rodney, I hope that gives you a big picture, and I hope the folks that are online really see what we're doing here. But I believe that you can plant your flag with UpGroup. There is no bigger, no better opportunity to be positioned with. We have got some just incredibly intelligent, incredibly talented leaders, and the ability for you to go market yourself. That in itself is easy to sell. You can go sell this to anybody. But then you take a Kevin Okawana and he gives you a done-for-you system that you can actually just send out people to the funnels, and for $39 a month or for $99, you basically hire him and you can participate in co-ops that he runs, he tracks, he monitors, and he's going to drive new agents for you, new patients for you, and new customers for you. All done for you by the #1 sales converter, in my opinion, in the world.
Hey, when is this actual app going to be ready for me to send out? That's what I want to know.
So the app is at the online store. What Atesh is saying, he's saying somewhere, he don't like to give specific time frames because he always likes to under-promise and over-deliver. But I'm estimating this app should be live in the next 2 weeks. It's already been through the approval process, so it's just a matter when they make it, when they basically give it the green light.
Okay, cool. Hey, so